Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay, we're good. Okay. This is going to be my biggest pull yet for a character to go beyond attainable status. The most I ever done with pools is a weapon on a single weapon pool. This time I'm going straight on characters. So Gaming is maxed out on his constellation. Charus, I think she's at C2. My headphones are a little off. Electro and she's Pyro. Or Chevrolet, I should say, not Charus. I don't know why some people keep calling it Charus. Chevrolet. Obviously, constellation is one. Am I brain dead here? There she is. So they're both C1. And like I said, Gaming, he's maxed out. Psst. I got lucky with him. I think when he came out with his banner, there was a character I wanted from that banner, I think. And then it went crazy, and I got him to C5. And then I think it was Yenfei at the time. I actually got her to C6 because she was my main DPS at the time when I was playing. So I got her to C6. But after that, I think I got Gaming maybe a month or two later after I got the C5. I think I got him from a standard banner pool. I built up and he just popped there. I was like, well, he's complete. I don't have to worry about freaking Lantern Rate. So, but did the event, went crazy. All my events are pretty much done. I just gotta do the story thing right now. So, that's all I got to do. Oh, I didn't get the weapon. There. Okay, now I'm done. Oh yeah, and I didn't do the visitings. So I tried to get every freaking banner stuff. And let's see. Gotta wait 8 more days for the theater. I finished my floor, which that's the best I'm gonna get, honestly. The bosses were getting a little bit of a pain in the ass. So. So my plan is, I hope Yeon Son, I actually will get her to C6. Same as Chevrolet, if in the mix. I really hope I can get her to C2. If I get Constellation 2, that would be amazing. But I'm going to have 3 potential chances of 5 stars. And I have no 50-50. Not no 50. I'm at 50-50 status. No pity. So I'm starting fresh off the bat. So I'm at 14, right? So I need 166. So we'll start off 166. So that's 180 pools. So. Whew. Bye-bye, Primos! Effing chat on Fates. Oh, God. Oh, I am in possession this time. At least it's not an emerald. Good. Double good. Triple good. Actually, that's a free pull. Okay, that's a wombo combo. I'll take it. After I actually get my constellations or whatever, I'm gonna C3 access. I'm gonna showcase the difference in their stats. Ooh, I got the flute. Nice. I'm gonna showcase the difference in their stats because C1 Xilonen, she'll actually will extend her elemental skill longer in the field. And C2, well, obviously damage up. If I do get her C2, I really hope so. And the Yellowstone I also will showcase to see if there's how much of a damage difference for Malika. Oh, shit, I accidentally hit the single pull. Didn't want to do that, but okay. C2? Or no, that's C3. Never mind. Okay. Ooh, I got that enough. Not like I'm getting weapons here. That'd be 60, technically. Okay, that's C4. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is wonderful. Eonsun's gonna be getting maxed out. Let's do single once since I screwed up my pool ratio. Sacrificial. Ooh, that was a hard pity. Yep, I'm at 70 pools. This is rough already. Come on. Free pool from Yawning. Lost my 50-50. And Razor, I think he's a freebie. No, he's actually an upgrade. Interesting. Off-bannered. So I got Dia maxed out. That was 80 pools. Great. So I'm guaranteed. I think she's maxed. The sooner I get the 4 stars maxed out, the better, honestly. Because that'll give me more free pools. Good. The outsong's done. That was my main secondary goal. Oh, Dragon's Bane. Freebie. Good. Okay. Oh, Sethos. Interesting. I'm getting some off-banner characters. Interesting enough. 130 pools dumped in so far. And I lost my 50-50. I think Shivris is done. Yeah, I think she's done. 140 pools. Oh, this is getting brutal. I'm fine with this. How's my resources looking? 41. This is rough. 160. Here we go. Okay, so 160. That's... Whew. You know, it'd be funny I should get another one in the same banner, but... Okay, so that's 2 extra fools. Okay, so we burn 160, and... I gotta get this controller fixed. 144, 58, 60, 100... 122. Unless I get real lucky with the next pulls. let's get another. I want 20. Okay, let's go to 50. Let's put me at 70. Just keep hitting me with the 4-star characters, and I'll keep my resources up a little bit sustainable. At least one thing, at least I got Eozon up. Come on, give me an early roll. It's like I'm getting a little sick to my stomach right now. Six rolls left. 54. Oh, I'm getting a pit in my stomach right now. Oh, God, are you kidding me? I am hitting hard levels here. Keep these 4 characters. Keep me going. I need my resources. Last one in the 70. Oh, God, are you kidding me? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Are you gotta be kidding me? I am dying here. Well, at least... Oh. 19. No. 9. 9?! That's a radiant! Oh shit, this is my first radiant! Oh god, they're killing... Finally, I got her. I got her to C2. And Lon Wee-Yon-son. Holy shit, my Latentine has gotten crunking strong. I want to use Moika to get her C1, and that'd just be it. Oh, baby. I love you already. I'm done. I'm not touching anymore. She was the last one, wasn't she? So that was straight up 80. Thanks. Oh boy. I can't believe it. And that was my first Radiant too, by the way. After holding short rapid her elemental skill, two chains when triggered near the location where said target is hit. Each one deals power damage 120 of her attack power. This effect can be triggered up to once every 10 seconds. Huh. Elemental skill damage, obviously. After using reimbursing grenades, the whole mode of short rest will not go on cooldown when short rest uses it. This will remove after short. Oh wow, she goes in a Gatling gun mode. Well, short. That's pretty damn good. After 12 seconds of a healing effect from a short range, all nearby primers recover increment of 10% of her max HP once. The primary is healed by a short range travel and fire. They gain a. Wait, she actually can freaking heal 3 times, technically. Well, and when she does her burst. That's kind of ridiculous, actually. They gain 20% pyro damage and electro damage for 8 seconds, max 3 stacks, which, after her burst. Each stack duration is counted independently, though. Interesting. I'm going to have to consider her in some form. Okay, Yansan's my next one. Okay, so we're going to have to take a break because there's a lot of difference in the character. Also... decreased by 30%, and our nice load point time limit is extended by 45 seconds or %. Additionally, when source samples are active, anti-interruption, which is good. So, perfect example, the good old bridge. Oh, God, this controller is horrible. Yeah, it's like constantly doing that. Okay, hold up. I gotta switch. This is bad. Here we go. Recently, I got fiber cloth Q-tips, so I'm actually gonna start fixing my controllers a little bit. So, how are we gonna start this area? Yeah, there's not a really good start-off point here. Okay, let's start with that. That's good enough. Okay, so... So, technically she stopped at this stone here. Okay. So, with the Will-O-Wisp right there, and she stopped at this stone just about 1 foot in. Okay. Now, let's see her C1. Can't wait to see what this is gonna be like. That's about there, yeah. Okay. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have done her run speed too. Holy shit, she is still going. That's a little step back right here. That's pretty good! From here... From here... That's a really good radius. So she literally did gain a 45% boost. That is really good. I should have did a mountain spot and see how far I go. That's another thing I should have tested out, but I didn't do that. Now, because she runs, I wonder if that'll affect it a little bit. Because I always find running speed on special abilities like that will always drain it a lot faster than it should, what you're going to gain out of it. Oh. Okay, don't activate the ability, thank you. Now let's look around here. So running is that way. I bet you if I ran, I probably would have been over here. Interesting. Okay. And with the burst, the 3 principles power, Yansan will also gain the precise movement effect from her Ascension talent for 15 seconds. Additionally, if the Yansan is off field while precise movement is effective, she'll also increase your current active's attack power by 30%. You must first unlock the talent, which is Aria is. When they can. The thing is, what's really strange about that ability is... Wait. Enhanced resistance training. After a switch, Storyland hits blah blah blah, which is her stomp. Einstein will gain a precise movement effect for 15 seconds. During this time, her attack is increased by 20%, and whenever she gains nice little points through the connected scale, in her Emerald's Burst, 3 principal power. She gains 1 extra light soul in addition to blah blah blah. Increase this effect occurs. Oh, so I do. That's a straight freaking damage up. So when scale is present, Anson will gain 2 stacks of Surging Force after your current active character, excluding self, uses their Elemental Burst. The stack lasts until the scale leaves the field. Surging Force can be gained once per scale summon. Whenever Anson restores Night Soul points via the scale, she will consume 1 Surging. Okay, so we're going to be going to the Netland dungeon. Which one is it? Is it the artifact one, or was it the talent one? The talent one. If I remember correctly, this one.
Perfect.
And not to mention, I want to see how the resistance, because if I remember correctly, I need contention actually. Contention. Okay, hit me.
Fulfill our pact. Ship. Control breathing. On my mark. Grab from the sky.
117,000. And I'm doing 47 average. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna claim. Okay. Now, let's see how Yansan do with that boost. So, she'll gain Moika by 30%. And we can unlock this because that's just her elemental skill. Okay, let's see how ridiculous this is. Holy shit.
Light as a blazing sun.
Okay, that was a lot of damage, and that looked like it was 59,000 damage, so... What was that? I said 4,700? So 30% of that, so 10%... Yeah, that sounds about right. Almost 12,000 damage. Could be a little higher. Let's go to the domains. Let's try it again. Because they went down way quick than it was. Not to mention it didn't help I had fucking somebody doing her shtick too.
Control freedom. On my pyroclastic surge.
Yeah, that's 12,000 damage increase. That's pretty good. Well, like I said, the domain. Just in case there was a bug, you know, the game doesn't reset itself. Okay, when Connect Stale is present, Yonson will gain 2 stacks of Fusion Force after current active character himself uses her element to burst. Stacks last until Scale leaves the field. Surging Force can be gained once per Scale summoning. Whenever Yonson restores Nice Level points via the Scale, she will consume 1 Surging Force stack and restore 4 additional Nice Soul. Additionally, if her Nice Level restoration from the Scale overflows, she will gain 50% overflow the next time she restores. So in a way, it's kind of keeping that gauge up and running, if I'm understanding this. But the thing is, Moika moves around so much, and especially her freaking initial attack, she really fills up the gauge to its max. It's always constantly at max. So I don't know. Maybe it's for maybe it was for someone like Arlecchino because some people actually use the the little jab, jab dash jab dash type of thing to keep this up. If you're not using Benny Impact. I'm sorry, I know Benny will do a lot of damage for Moika, but I'd rather have Yansan just for the enhancement abilities. And not to mention, while we're showcasing Yansan's abilities, we're also seeing what Xilonen hasn't been in the field yet with her C2. So we're just going to upgrade that. This is the big one, though. Kinetic Scale's duration is increased by 3. So I have a downtime of 3 seconds, if I remember correctly looking at this burst. So the cooldown is, duration is 12 initially, but it will be up to 15. But the cooldown will be on 18. So by the time that's up and running, boom, she's ready to go. But here's the kicker. Xilonen, because she's C2, and Yansan is Electro, I get 25 energy when source samples is activated, and I also reduce Yansan's cooldown by 6 seconds. So technically, I have freaking complete uptime with this. Just adding the 3 seconds extra is just more icing to the cake. Yansan triggers Night Soul point restoration. If there's any overflow, she will gain extreme force effect, which she will because I think this is where this part kicks in for C6. If I'm understanding this, she'll gain extreme force effect, which increases the damage dealt of your current active character by 25, which AKA Moika. Okay, let's see how this goes. I think this is gonna go fat. I think this is gonna go fat. This is gonna go fat. I'm just saying.
Quick as a flash. Start the clock. Light of the blazing sun.
Holy crap!
Incinerate.
I just gained another 12,000 damage. I just gained 24,000 damage more enhanced. Oh. Now for the big mama jamma. When Xilone's geo source samples will always remain active. Additionally, when her source samples activate, all nearby party members will gain effects that correspond to their active source, which is always going to be Pyro, Cryo, and Electro. So, Moeka is going to get a 45% attack boost. That's nearly 1,000 attack power she just gained. Cryo's crit damage is now increased by 60%. Grant, she's not that great with a crit, but she hits like a freaking truck. And Electra restores 25 energy and decreases her burst by 6 seconds. Think. I would like to have this one though. Characters with blooming best and gain 65% of her defense. She's nearly 4K. Nearly 4K. If I actually get her weapon, she'd definitely hit over 40K. Actually, what is her weapon? Oh, I know. Anyhow, back to this. Characters with a blessing will deal 65% of her defense as increased normal charge and bludgeoning attack damage. Yeah. So this effect will be removed after triggering 6 times or when the duration ends. When you hit more than one, obviously it counts. It's almost like multiple longer. So every 6 seconds, she's giving people this. She'll grant all nearby party members the blooming blessing effect, but every time she uses it, so she's going to be refreshing. This is going to go fat. I don't know what happened. They died. I saw 75,000. Okay, I want to see that because it said the source sample's aura was still in effect. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, 4 sheep, 5 sheep, 6 sheep, 8 sheep, 9 sheep, 10 sheep, 11 sheep, 12 sheep, 13 sheep, 14 sheep, 15 sheep.
Get to work. Suffer the wrath of evil. Stronger. Start the clock. Bring it. Light of the blazing sun.
I don't know what happened. The store standard.
Fulfill our path. Control breathing. Let's move. Wrath of the sky. Incinerate.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's really helping her damage. But you do. I don't know. Isn't it as great as I think it is? Because it's really emphasized the word geo. I'm gonna explain myself here. Let's say I'm gonna take Salani out, and we're gonna add. Where is she? Nadia.
I'll take the lead today.
Because normally. Because as long as she has 2 source samples, it will disappear. Oh.
Hey there! Quick as a flash. On my mark. Hear the echoes of the valley. Pyroclastic surge.
I don't know. I don't see a damage difference. That's the thing. It's like I would expect. It's like I feel like a Yanson actually is the most enhancement, but why does it feel like? Wait, okay, let's experiment something here.
Oh, how many?
I got a weird idea here. It says that geosamples should be always active. Now, I got a question. No. No.
Letting brave names echo. Show no mercy. Step aside. Start the light of the blazing sun.
it looks like I'm doing a little extra damage, like maybe another 8k, which sounds about right for another 1,000 attack power. Okay, so I need to go to fight a boss. Actually, you know what? Let's fight the Natlin one, just straight up. Let's go from there. Okay, let's go.
I pray you will find peace. Get to work. You two.
I want to see how the rotation goes because it was a little rough.
Wrath from the sky.
Oof.
Xilonen needs Papa. Get quick as a flash. On my mark. Light of the blazing sun.
I'm definitely seeing chunks, though. Ooh, did I just saw 100,000 damage on that one hit? Okay, there is a damage boost difference, though. Normally, I never get to that phase. Hell, he didn't even slam the freaking arena down. Because normally, I had a chance, and sometimes I would get really good lucky hits. I will destroy, he will die after he sliced the arena up. And he does his little fucking sweeping ray. But, in this case, it did not happen. Wait, who's maxed out? Oh, Razor! I forgot I actually had Razor up. I forgot I had some off characters. Ooh. I actually kind of like Seth Lewis's playstyle. I want to do something with him though at some point.
We should take a break after.
Who else needs upgrading? Oh, damn! I forgot about you. Dana's max HP is increased by 20%, and she deals bonus damage based on her max HP when using the flying attacks. Ooh. Spike damage will be increased by 6%. Okay, that's kind of cool.
Not running around.
Oh yeah, definitely have this pool done. And I'm done with my battle pass for the fucking patch. Oh, shit.
Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
Ah, sure, let's use that. Ooh, I got that. Nice. And that. Okay, let's fight him again. I was kind of screwing around. I want to see Yanson's. Oh, it even tells you if you're not going to get more treasure. And the best part is, I actually could like do this.
Hear the echoes of the valley. Fulfill our pact.
Oh, that anti-interrupt is so nice.
Step aside. On my mark. Wrath from the sky. Show no mercy. Controlled breathing. Let's move. You two. Time to end light of the blazing sun.
Gods, that chunk of HP. I'm actually killing this boss before it slams the arena down. That's pretty beast. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty beast.
You will.
Bring it. On my own. Suffer the wrath of evil. Wrath from the sky.
Oh.
This world shall perish, and its ashes will fall like rain.
Incinerate. Try it.
Yeah, Yeon-san's actually getting her skills up.
Light of the blazing sun. Incinerate.
Actually, he didn't do any intermissions. Yeah, just skipped right through that.
Step aside. Fall first. Start the floor. Pyroclastic surge.
Yeah. Oh, even worse. Because Xilone's lasting longer with that.
You two. Time to end. Wish you.
Yeah, that boss did not have intermission. It's just when it's like, nope, screw it, arena now. It's not lasting long enough to get me a full secondary rotation.
Bring it. Let the mountains raise boil. Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath of evil. Quick as a flash. Let's move. Light of the blazing sun.
A prelude to Natlan's future.
Incinerate. You two. Time to end it. Step aside. Stop the clock. Pyroclastic surge.
600 something damage. Come on, douchebag.
Step aside. On my mark. Light of the blazing sun.
Huh. There is a difference in damage output, though. But like I said, he's not giving me...
You will find peace. Get to work. Eat Xilonen, eat Papa. Faster, stronger. Start the floor. Wrath from the sky.
Oh, that was weak. It's everything Yeon-san's scale did not freaking kept its rotation.
Show no mercy. Quick as a flash. Let's move. Light of the blazing sun.
Yeah, I am hitting almost nearly 100,000 damage.
Full throttle. Fulfill our pact. You two. Time. Step aside.
Oh god, that cooldown reduction is really...
Pyroclastic surge.
And the dick.
Wish you.
Now, I know I have my achievements. What the hell is it? Purveyor? Uh, that was a horrible spelling of it. I really wish it was like all the way to the top because it's a thing that should be always updating. Thing is, I can't even tell it's going to get overwritten because I know there were certain. I wish they actually showed you what character you're doing the most ooh-ha damage. You know, I might say it's Purveyor or something, but oh. I'm like, what am I hearing? I think like the neighbors or kids are going crazy or something. Okay, hold up. This is getting ridiculous. I'll get the full name of it. Genshin Impact Achievements of showing your highest damage. Oh, punishment. Oh, there it goes. I don't remember hitting that high before. I remember it was like 640,000 damage. If I can get her crit rate up higher, actually, we can. There was a double crit one. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, crit rate. Crit rate. Where is it? I know there was a double. There it is. Nivelette specialty. Oh, great. I gotta have Nivelette to make that. I guess the kids are misbehaving again. Ugh, that's new let's. Fine, let's go with that one. Try this again.
This world will be reduced to ashes, and you alone.
Get to work! Suffer the wrath of Eve! Foot first, on my mark! Letting brave names echo! Light of the blazing sun!
This world shall perish, and its ashes will fall
Incinerate!
like rain.
Show no mercy! Faster, stronger! Start the clock! Wrath from the sky!
167 damage, but that's because my freaking geo samples are down.
You two! Time to end! Foot first! Let's light of the blazing sun!
I feel like that was from an event. There has to be some kind of special event that gave me that damage modifier. I really wish it just separate from the event stuff because it shouldn't really count. Or even tell you like who did it and how, what area did you do it in. You know, give you some kind of stipulation. Because I really don't think that was a legit freaking crit. I think there were special stipulations on that one. Then again, it also records other people's freaking damage. I don't know. All I know is I'm actually doing more damage.
Where did that wind come from?
Oh, what's this in the notices? Due to a issue with saving completion of recourse Natlan characters in the test run event, if travelers already own the relevant character and have completed the corresponding challenge in the previous version, will still unable to directly claim the which, aka my Xilonen was not, some reason was still saying it was not tested. Similar record event progress based on the first time completion. When the test run challenge for the relevant Natlan characters becomes available again, the system will determine whether travelers are eligible to claim rewards. Based on that, so from this on forward, they'll start recording better. This year, they were equipping headwear for mannequin with a wizard. Blah, blah, blah. Match with team players when playing solo matchmaking setting in the snow trails. Okay, whatever. I don't know. So yeah. Yeah. This is ridiculous for her though. Because she gets 40% attack boost and she's always gaining fighting spirit. Maximum night soul points are increased by 120 and she gains fighting spirit 25% more effectively. And Xilonen with her freaking skill, so 25 of that, yeah. She's already matching Moika's freaking Night Soul point count max limit at level 1. So just having Moika and her together is like done, ready. But Yansan, she is definitely flowing a lot better now because normally I have to wait about 2-3 seconds before I use her elemental burst. It's already up and running when I get to her on the second rotation. I'm like, this is the way. And the pyro damage, that 45% attack, extra 1,000 attack power is not that super great. I'm like, yeah, it's 8,000 damage around there, give or take, but that still doesn't feel that great. So in reality, if I am a week at C1, that's another 8,000 damage. I guess it will stack up after a while, but still. What's our C2 again? When Knight's will play same Mariko's base attack is increased by 200, so that's another what? In theory, it's pretty much another 2,000 damage. It's funny effects based on all firearms 4. We have fired. Thereby, the opponent's defense is decreased by 20%. That's another thing that's ridiculous. Mariko's normal attacks, charge attacks, and some of slaves from the elemental burst, outward burns deal 60, 90, and 120% of her attack as increased damage. Yeah. So if you get a rotation that after her second rotation, you're able to activate her elemental skill, burn enemies down, then do her burst, and she just goes apeshit. So knowing they lost 20% of their defense, oh wait, never mind. No, you got to have one or the other. Never mind. Because ring is searing. If that's in play, that's fine. But when she's on her flame strike, it negates the ring. But here's the kicker. I know this. It activates both. So if I'm on her bike, she's always activating her searing. Yeah, this Malika's riding her flame strike and is not in combat when her. Actually, this makes her ridiculous on her travel time. Oh yeah, we haven't really seen how good. Let's see. That's pretty good. And she could have still kept on going too. That's not bad. 2 casks. I remember running up this thing before, and yeah, she was kind of a little hitting below the par.
Bring it.
Great, I was hitting my logician. But even still, she was freaking clinging on that roof. Actually, you know what? Dogfire. What was that one mountain? Oh! Shit, where was it? This one. I remember climbing this thing. Or not. No, maybe not. There was a mountain I climbed. Yeah. Oh, wait, I did. Oh, okay. I don't know. I did climb this one. You know, that's pretty damn good. That's one hell of a reversal. If I'm being honest, it's like Yeon-sun was a big consolation prize. If I failed, get my C2 for her. But also the major consolation is I actually up her traversal longevity a little bit better. Now, if I can get her to C6, this is where it gets ridiculous for her traveling time. When Xilonen is in Night Soul Blessing state, and when she sprints, leaps, or uses normal or pledging attacks, she will gain imperishable Night Soul Blessing, ignoring the limitations of her Blessing state, and increases damage dealt on her normal pledging attack. Okay, that's great. It ups her damage. But the thing is, during this time, her Night Soul Blessing time countdown will be paused. So for 5 seconds, she can gun it and not lose any of her energy. Which, AK, if I was climbing that wall, doing this for 5 seconds of infinite stamina boost. That's ridiculous. So you want someone to climb a wall? Should be it if you ever go to C6, which is a really costly traversal kit right there. But there's more to that, though, besides that. Blah, blah, blah. So she's pretty much all stopping all her timers and energy usage. Also, 300% of her defense is increased normal attack damage while in the blessing state. But she's always going to be attacking. This is the reason why I think this is where the 6 and 2 syncs up. Because the Geosaur samples are going to be constantly activated. I don't know. It's really weird how it's worded, though. It's that her Geosaur samples are always remaining active. But she's always activated when she has in half Geo mode. It's like, if she has no elementals in the party, she's in DPS mode, pretty much, in her skater state. I don't know. It's really weird. Oh yeah, another thing that's really interesting is that no issue her defense is enhancing her damage output. She heals nearby allies for 120% of her defense. So technically, she's healing about, in theory, probably 4,200. So knowing that sure burst is doing that, if I have a burst and I have this activated, she's gonna be healing for 12,000 a tick, pretty much, which is stupid powerful for a healer. Granted, you only activate this every 15 seconds, but she's constantly healing in some shape or form. If you need a really big burst, this will be it. And not to mention, it'll sync up with it because the cooldown is 15 seconds. But the only problem is that the scratch is 7-second cooldown. So if you're mistimed yourself, because you can get 2 off before the cooldowns are up and running. But I don't know. Either way. I can't imagine what the shred damage would be if I actually up it 3 more levels from her passive. Yeah, that'd be up. Jeez. Actually, speaking of being up, what is my history now? Since it's been more than 15 minutes right now at this point. Okay, so Xilonen was my 9th character. How much resources I have left now? Since I just killed it. 43 plus what, 10 I saw? And that's straight dead. Whew, that hurts. So I have 53 pools left. I'm just thinking in my head right now. Granted, that's my secondary resource, so I don't want to burn that yet. I want to save that as my pocket rocket of piggy banks here. To a point, I feel like I want to like clear up my history of this. I don't know. That's very interesting, though. It was my first Radiant. I was like, oh, okay, this is my first Radiant star. Because I've been lucky since they implemented that system. I think it's actually when Moika came out with Solani. I think that's when that system came into effect. But I got so stupid lucky with my draws at that time because trying to remember. There was multiple characters, and it was like I had like 6 winnings or something like that, 5 or 6 straight 100% wins, not 50-50s. It was straight winning. I got stupid lucky. I know Moika, Solani, and I got Solani's weapon. That was 3 of them at least. I won straight 100%. Not 50-50. Well, 50-50, but it was guaranteed wins. I just got the characters. I want to say probably Xilonen was another one. Because at that time, I did not have Xilonen. Because when I first played her, when she first came out, I really didn't like her kit at first. But then again, it did not help. The characters they gave you in the test run was horrendous. Because, let's see, what was their test run characters? I think they hasn't changed. Yeah. This is what your characters were. Actually, I don't think Genfei was in it. But giving Jincho and fucking Jingling, it's like... So, it was not helping me. I was like, okay, whatever. But now, since I have Moika, Solani, and Yunsan, and now I have her in her, it's like, oh. And then, not to mention, she became my main support healer for multiplayer now. Because Jean, technically, was my main multiplayer healer. And even more so now because I have her C6. It's funny. She was my first 5-star character. She's my first character I actually got a costume because I was doing the Welkin at the time for a while. And after a while I was getting that bonus Genesis crystals. I actually got her costume. I was like, you know what? She's been my viable character. And then after a while I was losing my 50-50s. I was getting her. And when they came out with that special year anniversary standard characters. Jean was one of my standard characters I pulled in for her. And I think at that time, I think she went up to... I think this is where I actually got her, because I think I lost a 50-50 for this, which, okay, cool, whatever. Better for skill. And then I think that's when the anniversary came out, and I got that. And I just kept on losing my 50-50s up to this point. I think these last two, I think it was my 50-50s I lost. I know I got, for the anniversary, I think I actually got her on that. And then I was like, oh crap, I am one away, that's it. I just have to wait for maybe potentially lose 50-50. Technically, I did. It was a standard pool. I got her from. I was like, are you shitting me? And ironically, I think it was Farina. There was a pool I did somewhere in summertime. I want to say it was Farina again, but I think it was someone else. But no, I think it was Farina. I think it was when I actually was accessing her C1. I think I lost my 50-50 to her. And I was like, shit, I lost my 50-50. But in the same sense, when I looked who it was Jean. I was like, are you freaking shitting me? And the thing is, that 50-50 was my C7. I was like, holy shit. So knowing she was my first 5-star, she was my first character I actually gave, all these cosmetics. She's my main freaking healer for such a long time. Getting her constellations up to her max, and she also gave me the Fortuna, so I can overcapsize past 90 now. I'm like, Jean, please, darling, I know, you're my wife. I didn't choose her, she chose me. But yeah, damage mitigation, out the ass, plus haste. Like, come on, man. And not to mention crowd control. Stay in here. Actually, funny part is, I actually one time was in a multiplayer, and we had a horde of freaking slimes, and I think Fatui guys. And who the hell was it I had a group up with? I mean, there was a lot of Pyro. I think it was Arlecchino in the group. I think someone was playing, what the hell's his name? Pyro one. Shit. D-Luke. Yeah, D-Luke. Someone was playing D-Luke. Don't ask. It was a thing. And I think someone was playing an animal character. I don't know. I think someone was playing Sucrose. Or was it Sucrose? I feel like there was someone like Sucrose like. I remember it was someone kind of like not midget short, but shorts, like around Sucrose's level. Either way, I ended up holding the monsters in the air, and they just beating the shit out of them senseless, and the monsters could not react to it. I was like, "This is cheap." It was so bad. I was like, "Dude, they were getting free hits, and I'm just like holding them in the air." I'm like, "Doo, doo, 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 doo." Oh, it was good times. That's good, me. But yeah, she's not bad. I could be a lot better, though. I also got her Echo. I did a lot for this character. But yeah. I could do a lot better for her stuff. I just, like I said, I've been trying to up my main DPSs. I got Skirk, I got Natlan Movika team. But with this team's now enhanced further, it's a big difference. What was I hitting? 89,000? So I went from 49,000 base crits to now 89. So I upped it by 40,000. That's not freaking bad. I just gotta get Malika a little bit more oomph. I don't know what else I can do with Solani though. I really wish I could get her C6 because it'll be auto melt. Yeon-san, I'm happy she's done now. She's actually got her access. Actually, can I upgrade that? Yes, I can. Anyone else need contentions? Screw it. Let's upgrade it. It is a damage up, though. Screw it. It's free damage. That's a lot. That is a lot of freaking damage for an elemental skill. During this time, when an asset restores at least one life level point, will heal your current active character for 60% of her attack. Huh. Interesting. I didn't realize that. This team is so stupid, though. Like, if you're in Natland, it's like you get 15 restore of Phlogiston for transmissioning. And if you ever freaking go below 50%, you get another 10 energy. It's like, bruh. Like, what the hell? Say, after he's able to burst armor in his guys, every point focus went with there's increased stats that. I know one of her constellations negates or lessens the decaying time issue on that. This okay, being honest here, this thing is useless if you're not in Atlan. I honestly feel like if you have this character, you automatically should be able to do Night Soul transmission in your party if you have an Atlan team. They should really work that. Like, if you're out of the Atlan territory, this skill is useless. It should be universal if long as you have Malika in the squad. It's like, long as you have Malika, you're able to do Night Soul transmissions. Just long as you have the teams that are actually associated with the Night Soul system. Other than that, you're not doing shit. I maxed her out when I got her. Yeah, I know. I'm using this weapon, but it works so well with her, though. Increase attack by 40% and movement speed by 10% for 10 seconds when using an elemental skill. Hello. And not to mention energy recharge, which is a big thing you need to have her with. Because her thing is 70. It's pretty costly, surprisingly. Xilones is really easy to kill, and her is just fighting spirit limits. The one who actually has a pain in the ass is this, some reason. I don't know, it's because my energy recharges. Oh, yeah, it is kind of horrible, actually. Eee. What the hell do I need to get her up? See, this is the problem about my random rolls. It's like, I need that. And honestly, I cannot get any better than that because and her elemental mastery is not that horrible either. Like, it's 1135. It's pretty damn good. And I know her constellations as I go. This one, she gains 125 elemental mastery, so she's got to be pretty up there. But getting her a C6 is definitely a must, especially if you're working with Movica, because she just cast this. That thing's always raging on the freezing, so I'm constantly on freezing. But the only time I'm able to do that is when that gauge hits more than 50%. Then he gets pissed off. But with C6, he's always pissed off. But the energy that goes down, well, it enhances our damage output.
Show no mercy. Watch out. Fulfill our pact.
Yeah, so when he gets out in the field at C6, this is him always doing the shtick. But then that's it, he's done. It's so derpy.
Show no mercy.
But C2 is really good too, also, because I actually give everyone a shield. Actually, now it made me wonder. Because when I actually got her up and running, her shield was horrendous. But after I got her stats up to speed, I wonder what's the range of it, because it's saying that you're able to shield people. Oh, either way. Okay, I think I've been rambling enough, more than enough right now, so I'm happy. I got C2's Xilonen and this controller. That was my main goal. I got Yansan as my secondary goal. So, cheers. Fate 3 tastes good. Oh, I can't wait to see what this team's like when I do more high-end content. Actually, I should really take... no, the Onslaught's not that great for me. I should really do that later. But yeah, this team's now up to speed a little bit more. So... I don't know who else I want to upgrade. It's like I want to get Moika at least C1 for upgrading her. But it affects the essential talent or reason beyond reason. Every void breath sword will absorb a crystal blade attack nearby opponents, dealing 500% of the scarce attack. That's cryo. This damage is considered charge attack damage. You must first unlock the essential talent reason. Whenever I trigger a frozen super or whatever, avoid from folks. Community trigger once every 2.5, 3%. Can use the following methods to absorb. Yeah, so okay, 10 additional super saiyan points. Hmm. Ugh. Her attack is increased by 70% when she's in her blender mode. Hmm. It's so freaking weird how she has like two ability modes. Obviously, my Farina, I have Red Sea too. So that's been really helpful. Unfortunately, C3, it's like, yeah, this will up a lot of damage output. But yeah. This will help her energy issue because she is freaking horrible to make particles. And this will make her as a Bell Mage, literally. Shinhei, this would be nice. That's the only thing I would like to get her upgraded. Of course, this would be retarded though. When characters trigger Icy Quill effects using normal or charged tech dash, it does not count towards the trigger quota. So, hold her elemental skill. Normal charge and bludgeon attacks increase damage for 15% for 15 seconds. Yes, for 15 seconds, none of those trigger quotas are going to be freaking hurting. And the damage bonus is increased. So, yeah, that's 15 seconds of whoop ass from Skirk. That's all Shenhei is for. Her, I don't know. Hydro, everybody will have their crit damage increased by 60% for 50 seconds after a Scoffia use their elemental skill. Yeah. That's a big one. That would really hurt a lot of targets. And what is Skirk doing? That's my crit damage with her. And also, it doesn't help that either. 12 seconds elemental skill is used. Attack is increased by 20%, 24%. During this time, when the equipped character has 0 energy, which she does, attack would be further increased by 24. And her crit damage is increased by 40. Bit. So with Scoffier right there, that's 100% increased crit damage, along with Skirk's weapon in play. Blah. She'll gain the function improved delicacy effect. During this time, Scuffa will gain 5 cold dish stacks. When nearby activators apart from Scuffa, deal cryo damage for normal. Oh, it makes her DPS a little bit. Self DPS better. Huh. That's why you have to up her crit rate. Interesting. Yeah, Shinhei, it's definitely C6 if you want to go constantly enhancing everyone's blender damage. Her seems like you want to get at least C1. If you want a little bit extra healing, C4. I'm having a hard time justifying her C6 probably. Yeah, C1's definitely a thing for her. Skirt. Frida! Definitely C, at least up to C2. At least up to C2. Anything beyond it is just personal preference. Me, I actually want her to be C6 because I actually want her as my Archon. C6. Grant, Malika could be my other Archon to be C6 because she is freaking hit like a truck. Yeah, Skirk, definitely. Ugh. Ew. I never really checked her C6 as ew. That's a lot of numbers. That's screaming at me is numbers. Go brr. Yeah, C1 maybe. C2. No. Definitely C2 because the attack enhance is kind of ridiculous. And right now my attack is at 2300, so 70% enhance. Whew. That's kind of big damage. Yeah, Shenhei is definitely a work in progress if you want to go there. Scoffy. There's a lot.
All things come to.
So yeah, Skirk C2, Farina at least C2, Shenhei has to be C6, unfortunately. Scoffy probably C1 at least. Malika would be nice to get her C6, but C2 is also doable. Xilonen is good for now. Yeonsun is done. Solani definitely C6 because just constant melt damage between these two. So yeah. Solani's gotta be my investment keeper. Jesus Christ. So, this sucks. I am, like I said, I am what, 58 pools? Skirk has to come back at some point. She hasn't had a rerun, I don't think. And I think Escoffier had a rerun recently, but she still needs to come back. So Skirk and Escoffier has to come back some point. Moika, I think it's been a while. And for what? We had Jean Lee recently. So we haven't had Raiden Shogun. We had Farina recently. We're kind of off track, actually. You think about it. We went Venti to Jean Lee, or Farina, Venti, Jean Lee. Raiden Shogun probably has to come back too, because usually they have to keep it in rotation. And so is Nahida. It's been a long time for Nahida, actually. I can't remember when's the last time I'd seen her. But Moika, though, I think she had a rerun recently. I can't remember if Solani had a rerun, though. I don't know. This is rough. Really, really rough. This is an oddball team I'm making. Don't ask. You gotta admit, actually, Arlecchino with Nihida is ridiculous. The burn damage is ugh. And not to mention, her hasting her and actually kind of giving damage mitigation for her. And plus, we have him shielding. This just, no. Even worse because of the coordinated attacks. This was experimental. This is my Hyper Bloom team. Ugh. If I'm gonna have to be honest, I might have to get Nefer. But then again, Farina doesn't help either. Because as far as I know, from what I'm hearing, the Hyper Bloom or the Hyper Charge Bloom, whatever, the Lunar Bloom, does not affect by her burst, from what I'm understanding. But yeah. I don't know. I gotta do something better for my Hyper Bloom team. I like to have Kiara in it, but she's not helping me much. And I can't put her in there because that'd just be redundant. Actually, having Yi in there is not bad either. I don't know. Okay, like I said, I'm over ranting. I'm over examining. This stream's been learning long enough for a banner. So, like I said, I'm happy. I got C2. Luck roll with the Radiant, of all things. So, yeah. And you also did notice there was a movement difference for not running. Because running, well, yeah, you get that burst of speed of running, but you're not going to get that longevity of moving. And the anti-interrupt, though. Chef's kiss. This, I don't know. I'm still having a hard time. Feel like this is not justified enough, but I don't know. I know Yeon-sun is definitely rotating smoother. I don't have to wait for her for 2 seconds on her cooldown. So I'm fine with her on her end. The crit damage from Solani's cryo, I gotta get her crit up. That's what's killing me on her end. The pyro damage, I'm noticing an 8,000 damage difference from Moika. That's about it. I can't really say about the Geo damage because she's not really been pairing up with Geo characters. So, if anything, I probably would say if she was doing some Geo attacks with her normal thing, she's probably hitting for 15 or 20 Ks. because that's right there. Let's see, let's say about 130 average on DPS wise. So she's hitting about 5k with her melee attack. Well, you also, in a way, she also is shredding the enemies. So that's the thing. So, okay, I'm out. Talk to you later. See you next.